To solve simple trigonometric questions, we must remember the trigonometric ratios of standard angles. So what are the standard angles? These are the standard angles: 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees and 90 degrees. For these angles, we must remember the values of these 6 trigonometric ratios: sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, cosec theta, sec theta and cot theta. So we will need to use this knowledge to solve simple trigonometric questions. Now, there is a shortcut. If we know the trigonometric ratios of only sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, we can derive the ratios for cosec theta, sec theta and cot theta. So these ratios we don't need to memorize. Why? Because we know that cosec theta is simply 1 by sine theta. It's a reciprocal of sine theta. So if we know sine theta, we can find out cosec theta. Similarly, we know that sec theta is 1 by cos theta. And finally, cot theta is 1 by tan theta. So if we know sine, cos and tan, we can calculate these values. Let's take a quick look at one example. Let's say we want to find out, say, maybe cosec 30 degrees. So we know cosec 30 degrees should be 1 by sine 30 degrees, right? And 1 by sine 30 is 1 by 2. So this 2 will go at the top and we will have, it will go over here and then we will get 2. So cosec 30 degrees is 2. Let's quickly check. So cosec 30 is 2, which is what is the value. So just by knowing sine, cos and tan, we can calculate the remaining. Now let's see if we can improve upon this. And actually we can. We can also get away with not remembering the tan theta values. Why? Because recall that tan theta is simply the ratio of sine theta by cos theta. So if we just know sine theta and cos theta, we can calculate tan theta. So for example, let's take an example. Say we want to calculate tan 60 degrees. Tan 60 degrees will be simply sine 60 degrees by cos 60 degrees. And what is sine 60? Sine 60 is square root 3 by 2. So this will be square root 3 by 2 divided by cos 60 is 1 by 2. 1 by 2. So this 2 and 2 will cancel out and we'll be left with square root 3. So tan 60 is square root 3, and let's just check. Tan 60 is this, and which is indeed square root 3. Now, believe it or not, we can even improve upon that. And if we only remember sine for these angles, we can calculate all of the rest. How? Remember that sine theta is equal to cos 90 minus theta. And similarly, cos theta is equal to sine 90 minus theta. So using this, we can find out all of the cos values if you know the sine value. So for example, let's say we want to find out cos 90 degrees. So cos 90 degrees will be equal to sine, instead of theta we'll put 90. It will be then sine 90 minus theta, which is 90, or it will be sine 0 degrees. So cos 90 will be sine 0. So if you know sine 0, which is 0, so we can say the cos 90 is 0. And let's quickly check. So cos 90 should be 0, and it is 0. So similarly, let's say we want to find out, let's do it over here. Say cos, we want to find out cos 60 degrees. So cos 60 degrees will be equal to sine 90 minus theta, 90 minus 60, which will be equal to sine 30. And what is sine 30? It is 1 by 2. So let's check if cos 60 degrees is indeed 1 by 2. So cos 60 is actually indeed 1 by 2. Now, clearly when you are in the middle of a big exam, you don't have so much time to calculate these values. So the more you remember, the more easier and faster it will be for you to solve. So at the very, very minimum, I would suggest that you must try and remember sine theta, cos theta for these angles.